Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. I know it's been a little bit since I've been on the channel, you guys, even though we got back from vacation last week, and I did get my What I've Been Warming film. There have been a lot of other crazy things going on, so do know that in the near future, I will have my harvest haul, I'll have another What I've Been Warming, and maybe I can throw up another video this weekend. But for tonight, what I have to share with you is what I'm going to call the pick of the patch. I have some of my favorite retired and current pumpkin warmers from Scentsy here that are in my collection. I have some current and retired bars that are all-time favorites of mine for fall, and we're just going to dive right on in and enjoy what I hope is just sort of a little sort of reminiscence and collection tour video of the pick of the patch. And we've had some things going on as far as repairmen in the house with some doors in the back, and we're going to have windows put in the basement the next day or two, and then somebody's going to be chopping down trees in the front yard. So it's just interesting the timing of when I can get these videos done. So it's evening, and I know it's a little bit different than normal, but I think it'll be perfect for actually enjoying all of our pumpkin warmers. But let's start with those bars. The first thing that I have here is a pile of things that are currently available, because also over time of doing the channel, I know that sometimes people get a little frustrated if all I'm talking about are bars that might be in my club or might be completely retired. So I think I have 15 in a stack here of things that are currently just amazing to me that I am loving, and then we'll talk about some of my other favorites that I hope that you can pick up at some point, maybe in a flash sale, or it'll come back and bring back my bar, and you should know about them anyway. My very first one that's going to be just sort of randomly on the top of my currently available and wow, I love them pile is Peaks and Pines from our Harvest collection. Now this is a bar that does kind of straddle fall and winter, but it's so good, you guys, that I would really, really encourage you, if you like pine and outdoorsy at all, that you've got to try this. And I'm enjoying it even now in September very, very much. It is a sweet, I gotta turn this ring light down a little bit, and rather resinous bar. I think it's got lavender and bergamot and cedar. But what you really get is almost this sweet sappiness and almost a little tiny touch of an outdoor woodsy warmth from a cologne almost. Not quite, but it's really good. I ordered this in all the things that I could get it in, I believe. And when it comes to my harvest haul, I'm so excited to see how all those different products are going to be. But the bar is fabulous, and it is definitely a favorite. So then another one that's on my roster is Autumn Hearth, which you guys hear me talk about all the time because I love spice. This is super nice. I have it right now in a car bar. And this is a beautiful tonka bean and apple cinnamon, slightly smoldery scent. It lasts a long time. It's a little bit funky in the clam, but when you put it in the warmer, it just smooths it right out and throws for hours, and it's really, really warming and welcoming on sort of a drizzly October day. Really good scent. Another one that is current that could straddle fall and winter is Cranberry and Cardamom. I was warming this the other day and shocked at how good it was even in September, because when I think cranberry, typically I will place that in the November, December pile in my mind for melting, but this one really isn't so much holiday as it's just a good fall winter berry scent with that little bit of cardamom, and it's really nice. I think there might be some cherry in that too. Another one which is totally a fall classic is good old Farm Stand Pumpkin. This is a beautiful smell. I never get tired of it. It's got sweet caramel and apple and a little bit of cinnamon, and then all that beautiful fresh pumpkin. Gorgeous, Scentsy, sweet, decadent pumpkin. Without really being bakery, it's just a really good, sweet, but slightly fresh scent. The next one that I have here that I am just loving is the current scent of the month for September, and that's called Spooky But Sweet. And I love this in pods. I got it in a couple of different products coming in my harvest haul. Oh, this is so nice. So this has maple syrup. It's got like a caramelized vanilla sugar and lots of just sweet syrupiness and a bit of nutmeg. So it's slightly spicy and it's slightly sweet. And, well, okay, quite sweet, but not as sweet as Gimme Candy. And it's just a really good bar, medium to medium strong throw. Now, for all of you that are getting a little bit sick of the bakery sweet, the spicy sweet, a good thing that I love to do in the fall is eucalyptus wreath. You might think this is a Christmas scent, but it really isn't when you get it in the warmer. This has mint, it's got juniper, and it has sort of a frostiness to it, but it doesn't scream Christmas. To me, it is very much like a late fall, transitional into winter, frosty, and it's a fresh scent. It's not eucalyptus like Just Breathe at all. It's much softer than that and really good. Another one that I absolutely love that is brand new, cannot get enough of it, is the Leaves and Lavender. This has beautiful crunchy leaves, a little bit of like a smoldery cinnamon, and then this lavender to balance all that. It throws beautifully. It warms up in the warmer. So if you have it just in the bar and you haven't melted it yet, it does change, but in the best way possible. Next, we have one of the few that I would consider to be a true harvest floral, and that's going to be Scarlet Sunflower. This is apple. It's got the sunflower note, and it has a little bit of cranberry. It's just beautiful. It's a good mixer. I have had people say mix this with the Honeycrisp Harvest that was our August scent of the month. I'm sure that that would be a home run. I like this all by itself too. It's great in a bedroom or a smaller space. It will carry at a medium to medium light level in a medium to large zone, but it is definitely a gentler performer, but not in an underwhelming way. The next one is one I have forgotten to talk about. Put it in the warmer last week, could not get enough, and that is Midnight Mahogany. This is such a good bar, you guys. When we got it as a new release, I think last season, I struggled to smell it, and I hoped that it would really change over time, and it did. This is a good medium strong now. This has nice mahogany. It's not heavy. It's a good medium strong mahogany with plum leaf and either a little bit of like a cinnamon or a clove, or it's cinnamon or clove leaf and plum. I don't know. I haven't seen the notes in a bit, but this is sophisticated. It's warm. It's deep enough that it is really impressive now that it's been around for a year, and you should absolutely try this. It's a fantastic, sophisticated fall bar. Another one which is in our Harvest collection, which I've been talking about ad nauseum, is Apple Spice Season. This makes me so happy. And guess what? I didn't put cider mill in here because I'm trying to talk about a few bars that I haven't talked about, but it's twin sister, cousin, other side of the coin, whatever you want to say, fraternal twins, not identical, would be Apple Spice Season. This apple and pumpkin and spice scent is quintessential fall, and it is a total home run, you guys. A total home run. Oh, it's so good. And I got this in all the things that I could get it into, I believe. Such a nice scent. Okay, then here is a gold standard for Scentsy that's good fall and winter, but I think it's most appropriate in the fall, and that is our darling Cashmere and Corduroy. Very strong, really good throw, really smooth, sophisticated bar. Sicilian bergamot, it's got the vanilla, it has the woodiness, and it's just amazing. Such a good scent for any time of the day. Autumn road trip. This one is always going to be one of my top bars for fall from Scentsy. It's outdoorsy fresh. It's got the oak, it's got the apple, and it's got the pear. It's amazing. It's a boomer. It makes you happy. It just makes your house feel like the most beautiful, glorious walk in the woods in the fall, but then it's next to an orchard. It's so nice. Another one that is in our current Harvest collection is Sparkling Spice Citrus. I got a good bit of this, and I think I picked this up in the fragrance flower. This is so good, you guys. It's sweet with the mandarin. It's got that little bit of effervescence. I think there's a tiny bit of currant in here to ground it. It is phenomenal. It's really good with the peaks and pines too, alternate warmers. Oh, so nice. Then here is one of my personal favorites. Not all of you will agree, but I think Maple Apple Bourbon is a fabulous fall bar. It's sweet, red, delicious apple, some oakiness, and that bourbon and maple. Oh, you guys. It's so good, and it's happy, and it's really strong. And bringing up the rear, a very sophisticated bar that's from our Gordy Goodness collection. Say that 3 times fast. Hollow Harvest. This is smoky. This has pumpkin, vanilla. Oh, it's kind of woody. It's definitely a club bar for me. Very interesting scent. Really, really nice and different than most things that we offer. So I would absolutely tell you to put this in your club because it may be going away at the end of the month. I'm not sure. But that is, of all the things for fall, because they launched that earlier in August as kind of the early promo sneak peek into the fall season. You want to keep an eye on that collection. The Berry Good Pumpkin, the Pumpkin Sticky Bun, that one, and the Spiced and Spirited. And it's the Hollow Harvest and the Spiced and Spirited that have impressed me the most that I will be clubbing for sure. Okay, so we've talked about all the bars that are current. Now, we're going to go a little bit trip down memory lane with some of the bars that I just love that are either in my club or, with a few of them, I regret that I didn't stock up on them or I didn't appreciate them when they were around or I just couldn't club them because they were really retired by the time I got my hands on a bar. So, let's start over here with one of my sob story bars. This is Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. Now, this was available not all that long ago. I think it was 2 October Scent of the Month season cycles ago. This is a scent that just didn't really impress me all that much when I first smelled it. It's kind of like pineapple upside down cake meets pumpkin. And so I thought, that's really weird. I had a couple of friends that loved it. And both of them are redheads, by the way. It was really kind of funny. But now I love this bar. It is the most wonderful, decadent. Yes, it smells like a pineapple upside down cake, but over time it's deepened. So you get the brown sugar, you get the pineapple, you get the drizzle, you get the pumpkin-y goodness. I want this thing to come back in something so I can put it in my club. So I think I have either 2 or 3 bars, and I'm sort of hoarding them, but they're so good. So if you have Warm Pumpkin Drizzle and you haven't melted it in a long time, get it out and try it again because that is one that improved drastically with the keeping. I wish I had more. Okay, the next one that I've got here is called Ghostly Greetings. This is an old bar. This is one I've snatched a couple up of from flash sales. This is dark, stormy night, mysterious, and it is definitely an October bar. This is heavy. It's kind of woodsy, and it has, I don't even know what's in here. I want to say there might be some patchouli or some incense or definitely really dark fruit. And it's just a great bar. It throws very, very well, and I kind of like the pumpkin drizzle, sort of hoard that and only use a few cubes here and there. And with that bar, you could just use like 2 cubes. It'll scent your whole space for days kind of deal. Okay, here is another one where I wish I had clubbed this. I do have friends that have it in their clubs, and I've been able to get a decent size stack through bar swaps and things, and that is the beautiful Bright Cider Life. Why they pulled this, I will never know. This was very, very popular, and the year that it disappeared from the catalog, it was a total shocker. So this is somewhat similar to Cider Mill. It's definitely more decadent. It has more layers to it. It's almost like a child is sipping on cider and they're crumbling their cinnamon sugar donut by accident into the cider. It's so good, you guys. If you can get this in a flash sale, if you can swap with some friends, if you can get this somehow, some way, you really should. It is totally worth it. Another one, which my younger daughter mourns a little bit, is Harvest Blessings. This is a gorgeous bar that, again, it just disappeared from the catalog one fall, and most of us thought it would continue. This one, I don't honestly remember what's in it. I think that there is a wood note, and there's a motorcycle going by the way, and Truth is drinking out of his bowl, but there is a wood note of some sort, but it almost comes off kind of suede or cashmere. And then you have harvesty fruits. You definitely have some pear in this, and maybe some pumpkin and some apple. It smells similar to Harvest by Yankee, and it's a scent that I enjoyed for years. And at this point, I barely warm it because I save it all for my younger daughter. Oh, it's so good, though. If you guys have this one in your club, you were wise. It's a great scent. It's a very Thanksgiving, late October, early November kind of scent. It's great. Okay, here's one where I am probably never, ever going to run out, and it's not because I still have it in my club. Caramel Chestnut. This is my last regular bar. I'm not quite sure how, but I think I have 5 or 6 bricks of this, you guys. Some of them were sent to me. I did not buy them all. But this is a great scent. It was sung all the praises of this a couple years ago as a brick, and everybody was all into it, and then it just sort of died, and I don't hear anybody talk about it. This is the most beautiful, creamy, sweet, chestnutty caramel scent. Oh, it's so good. I put some of one of my bricks into a warmer in the basement today, and as I was going up and down the stairs working on things, I just thought, that is a scent I'm going to talk about in tonight's video if I can squeeze in the filming, because this is just too good. So thank you to everyone who has helped me have pretty much a lifetime supply, even though it's not in my club anymore. I had it for quite a while because there is just something so balanced and so good and so golden about this scent. It's gooey and earthy at the same time in the best way. Now here is a bar that I waited for several years to get in Bring Back My Bar, stuck it in my club. It's never coming out. This is Autumn Blaze Maple. This is such a me scent. This is, oh, its disposition is this color. It's this gorgeous gold. It has cinnamon, it's got pumpkin, it's got subtler spices, it's got maple, it's got wood. It is so happy. Oh, so good. I might melt this tomorrow. Autumn Blaze Maple always makes me smile. It is such a favorite of mine. And yes, I like maple. That does show up in my fall preferences more than anywhere else. Maple rum cake. This is a weird bar. Smells awful on cold. You put it in the warmer. Oh, and it's just so good. It goes from being sort of like a weepy stale cigar to this glorious, sweet, rummy, deep spice cake. And it scents the whole house and is cuddly and comforting and just amazing. Another one, which I wish that I had known they were going to retire this, is Honey Pear Cider. I love this scent. Younger daughter loves this scent. Older daughter's favorite is Blue Sage and Tonka, and she does like that in the fall, and she likes Johnny Appleseed. I don't love those so much that I would want to put them in this video just because I have very different tastes than her, but those are good honorable mentions. But Honey Pear Cider. Oh, it's such a shame that Scentsy did not warn us and just pulled this from a catalog, and then I got a stockpile of this in a sale the fall that it disappeared from the catalog. They put it, I think, in the clearance department, and I got 10 or 12 of them, and I've been able to snag a few in between now and then. But this is one that's got to come back for Bring Back My Bar, you guys. It's sweet, it's gentle, it truly is pear rather than apple with just a little bit of spices and cider. So good. Okay, this is a current new release, and this is why it's in the wrong pile, and I was counting bars, and I'm like, this isn't adding up, and I went and I grabbed Cashmere and Corduroy, because obviously this was in the wrong place. Brown Butter Pumpkin. Yeah, this is a new release. This is really, really good. This is not retired. You can get this now. Oh, well, there's going to be some of this stuff with the way the week's gone. Oh, you guys. If you think Forever Fall is too heavy, this is your bar. It is like the pitch perfect, sweet pumpkin without being overly bakery, but it's not savory either. It is just fantastic. Okay. Back to bars that are retired. This one was in our Harvest collection last year. Cashmere Leaves. So good. I hope you all clubbed it. Oh my gosh. This sweet apple with some cinnamon that's also deep, and it's kind of conceptual, and it has these spices and this crunchy leaf thing. But it's sort of feminine. It's kind of soft. I did not put Hemingway in here, but I would say Hemingway is the masculine version of this bar, and this Cashmere Leaves is the feminine version. Oh, gorgeous scent. Good, medium, strong. It's another one that I'm thinking, well, I should melt that tomorrow. Okay, here is one that I have not talked about in a long time. I consider this the tail end of fall, not really a Christmas scent, and that is the gorgeous Cranberry Garland. Now, I don't think that anybody can get anything at this very moment, but outside of Scentsy, there is another company that I talk about called Teddy Bees, and they have a scent called Dracaris. It's a lot like this, you guys. So if you are ever interested in trying to get some sort of a dupe for this bar, which I have seen nothing of in years, I am so close to out, it's scary. That other scent by that other company would kind of give you these feels. So there's this earthiness, there's pine cone, there's definitely some sort of an evergreen, but it's piney, maybe a little bit of spruce. There's cranberry. There's a little bit of a smoldery spice. It's a gorgeous bar. I have no idea why Scentsy has not brought this back in some way, shape, or form for like a Scents of the Season or anything else. I love this one, and I wanted to talk about it because I think people have completely forgotten, and I don't really consider that one a Christmas scent. Cozy Chai. Oh, you guys, this has been one of my favorite scents of all time for years. It's so happy. It's like this gingerbread chai spice bakery bar. They say in the description that there's a ribbon of caramel in this, I think, or a caramel drizzle or something caramely. But what I just get is the sweetest, most glorious chai latte. It's so good. And it throws very well. And even if you don't love spice, this is a good bar. Okay, another one which I had debated on clubbing it when I still could, and I chose not to, and I kind of regret it, not as much as some bars, is Blackberry Spice. This is a great early fall bar. Oh, this has wonderful spice. It's got cedar, it's got the blackberries, and I feel like there's a little bit of apple in here. And if my memory, which it's been several cycles now since they showed us the scent pyramid, I think there's even blueberry in this thing. So good. So I've got 3 or 4 left. I will enjoy them slowly, one bar at a time. This is fantastic for an early fall rainy day, or when you just want to feel cuddly, but you really don't want to go into your traditional apple spice or push toward Christmas with your scent profile. Another one that I am loving that has to do with fall that was BBMB, and this is a very old formula, is Falling Leaves. This is so good, you guys. This is clove and patchouli. And I mean, what is not to love, for somebody like me anyway, about this? It's warm. It's not too much, which you would think it would be. Oh, it's got that definite, almost fall crunchy leaf thing, but yet it smells like patchouli and clove. It's so good. Oh, so I hope that if you like this type of scent that you picked it up or clubbed it when we had it in BBMB a few seasons ago. And the crowning glory of my recent ability to get it back from BBMB, Rustic Lodge. Love this one. This is a November scent for sure. Oh, it's just so good. So there's like smoke and some sort of logs, like you've got your old, camping lodge somewhere, some oak mossiness, and then there's this warmth, like old warped cedar boards or something. Oh, it's so good. And I enjoy this very, very much all through the fall, but especially when it gets to that crisp, chilly deer hunting season weather. So those are all the bars. Now let's talk about a few of the warmers. Now last year, and I meant to look up the name of this guy and it's going to totally escape me, but this was last year's version of our beautiful mercury glass or enchanted type pumpkins. It's one of my favorites, and I was hoping that maybe we'd see it back in a flash sale or something this year. We haven't seen it at all yet, but another one that I really have enjoyed, and this is just an element warmer, so I'm not going to plug him in. This one I know is the Gingham Gourd, and he's not the world's best performer, but he's so cute, and he will be wonderful for my late fall kind of transitional into Christmas decor. I'm probably going to do black as an accent and then work in a lot of deep woodsy tones and then transition that into Christmas with a lot more green. Maybe. We'll see. But like that picture back there, that's probably some sort of sneak peek into my November thoughts when it comes to decor. But this, being that it's black and white, and probably the only black and white pumpkin I'm ever going to have, makes me really happy when I am doing my settings for different little vignettes in the house. And it's very versatile because you can stack it or you can not stack it, and it still gives off some scent. Now, if this was the only Scentsy warmer I owned, I would wonder if the performance was really good, but it's just because the stackables. We're getting another stackable for the warmer of the month in October. I will hopefully have that to review in a few days. I am hoping that's going to be better than this. It looks like the way that they've stacked it and the way that they've got the opening on the back and all that, it'll be better. But this is from the generation where they looked better than they threw. But it's so cute. Okay, so all that said, this is currently available, and this is the Harvest Bounty. This warmer throws great. No problems. It's gorgeous. The only issue I have with this is that it does get a little bit sticky in the dish, and I've had a hard time getting out some of the burned on scent oils. But, oh, you guys, and I was washing the top of this one, just trying to get it all cleaned up for the video. I don't think this one will sell out because it was brand new last year. This is one of my favorite pumpkins that they've ever made. I keep this out through Thanksgiving. It's just so happy. It throws so well. I love the texture. So this is the Harvest Bounty, and I would say definitely get it if you like neutral decor at all. Okay, now these last 3 I'm going to have to plug in. So let's start with This is kind of the one that got away for so many people when it comes to Scentsy's pumpkins. So I will plug it in. You guys can take a guess which one it is. Oh, it's such a fun warmer. This is one my mother-in-law got for me when I was first starting out my very first season with Scentsy as a consultant. This is the Mosaic Pumpkin. And this is a beauty, you guys. I have a couple of friends who were some of my first clients. They still have this one, but as I said, it really seems to be one where people kind of slept on it, probably because the promo shots weren't all that glamorous. But it's so beautiful, and it's a very dark rusty orange off, and then it's that perfect pumpkin orange glow when it's lit. It is one of the heaviest. The wax is still cold here, so we're good. And most glamorous and definitely almost like decadent type pumpkins. I can sort of see this in like 70s, like with shag carpet and all those old really heavy colors. It's a great piece, and I'm very glad that I still have it. Okay, now down to my favorite two. So I like one because it is the Scentsy pumpkin to me of all time. And I like the other one because it just totally suits my personality and it's dramatic. And the good news is I'm pretty sure this one's available right now, the one that I'm going to show you first here. This is probably my favorite pumpkin of all time from Scentsy. And that is going to be the very dramatic Tiger Eye pumpkin. This guy throws orange all over your wall and the ceiling. He's very dark and stormy night, very moody. It's kind of hard to see because it's so late when I'm filming this, but he just has the most gorgeous tortoise shell. And I'm pretty sure that we might even be running a special where you get that and the Gordy Goodness bars for $55. I don't know if that was a specific day. Don't quote me. This is a Wednesday night, the 11th of September. I have had such a crazy week. I haven't really been on the workstation, but I think I saw a little something of a promo that my director was running with that. So maybe check that out and see if there is still that bundle deal or if that bundle deal is coming up. But this warmer is truly one of my all-time favorites. It is just so much drama, so much beauty, and is incredibly unique. Now, during the day, you're going to see more glow from this. It's tortoiseshell. It's not really black like it looks in the light here. And last but not least, I would say if you were going to go try to buy this on eBay or Mercari, this last pumpkin that I have that I pray I never break would fetch one of the highest prices of probably any Scentsy warmer that's a fall item. So we're going to meet my other very favorite, because it's like, which one's better? I don't know. The original Fairy Tale Pumpkin. This is just glorious, and it's a much better performer on the camera. Now you can see last year's pumpkin, which, like I said, please put in the comments below what its name is. It's escaping me. And this one's far more golden. This has these wonderful spindly things. My particular one came with kind of a cockeyed top to begin with, so it's hard to center it. But this one has that special glow like it is Cinderella's pumpkin, and it's just incredible. And when it's off, it is mercury glass, but there's a little bit of a softness to the mercury glass. Now, the one that you don't see me have is the silver mercury glass pumpkin. That one I did give away. Or is this the Enchanted Pumpkin, and the Fall Fairy Tale Pumpkin is the silver one that I gave away because I didn't use it that much. Too many different names. I think this one's actually the Enchanted Pumpkin, but whatever it is, this is my favorite of all time, and it just is such a difference between that and the Tiger Eye. I can't decide, but they're all my favorites. And then the Harvest Bounty is definitely my favorite when it comes to the ones that don't have any light that's an element. And at this point, I am just sort of rambling, but this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents with her pick of the patch. I enjoy the fall season so very much, and there is just something special about the pumpkins that Scentsy produces. They have several unique ones this year. I actually didn't get their traditional pumpkin, which is super sparkly this year. That's just not my thing. I went with the dramatic tangled web one, and I haven't watched anybody else's videos because I want to see what that is going to be like in person. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. I'm probably going to give it to the younger daughter, but I hope that this was inspiring. If you guys have a favorite pumpkin warmer like the Lumina, I've never had that. That's another beautiful one. And there are even older pumpkins that I just don't have because that was before my time. You want to leave those in the comments, or leave a favorite retired fall bar or something from the current catalog that I forgot. I almost put First Day of Fall in here, but that's probably a story for another day when I do my next What I've Been Warming, which won't be on the regular schedule. I'm hoping by next Wednesday to start kind of getting on my regular schedule of trying to produce things like Tuesdays, Wednesdays. But this week it will probably be Friday or Saturday when I get the What I've Been Warming video up. But I hope you guys have had a good evening. I just was really getting lonely and had to get back on the channel and say hi. And like I said, I do hope to be able to film my harvest haul this weekend too, because I think that will come in the mail tomorrow. God bless, guys. I hope you're having a good night. Bye-bye.